Okay, so it only took me forever to figure out how to do this a little bit better, but guess I'll remember more for next time. Hopefully this doesn't happen again. All right, let's go through 7-3. Swyk number 2. So we're dealing with a geometric sequence, and we're looking for an indicated term. So they want the 8th term. We know the first term is 8. We know the multiplier r is -2. Simple. Plug and chug, man. Throw things in the equation. First term, multiplier, 8 minus 1. Whammo. We get -1024. Am I talking? What am I talking? Oh, no, I'm paused. Wow, that's really... I thought it was moving, but it's not. Okay. Let's see. Maybe I'll have to jump ahead. Can I jump ahead? Okay, because now I'm going to type it on basically on screen. Oh, way too fast. Okay, now we'll catch up to ourselves. Now that I actually have it rolling. I should have it rolling. Why is it not rolling? Okay, there we go. Here we go. Okay, clear that off. Boom. You're offered a job that pays $41,000 during the first year with an annual increase. Oh, sorry. I'm ahead of myself. First term 7, multiplier 4, and we're looking for the 10th term. Plug and chug, easy stuff. Make sure you don't do 7 times 4 equals 28, because that ain't true. If you type it the way it is, 7 times 4 to the 9th, it does it for you. Question 10, you're offered $41,000 for the first year with an increase of 5%. Notice that we are starting with 100%. We're moving up 5%, which means we're at 105%. As a decimal, that is 1.05. That's our multiplier. We know our first term is 41,000. We are looking for the 4th year. Okay? And why am I writing out the word exponent? Oh, exponential growth is what we're talking about. That's the model that we're dealing with. Remember that the arithmetic is linear, the geometric is exponential. And we plug in our 4. Sorry, I yawned. I thought I wasn't going to yawn. Okay, and work it out there with the calculator, and you get 47,463. Okay, on this next part, I solemnly swear that I have removed question 11 from 7-3 Swyk 2, the 7-3 assignment 1, 7 test retake, because I don't want that question in there. We'll do that a different week, like next week, but not this week. In question 12, I'm looking ahead here. We're looking for a missing term. Looks like we're multiplying by r twice. Multiplying by r twice, right? 1, 2. So that's why we have r squared. 16 times r squared. Start with 16, multiply by r twice, you get 4. And so then we divide by the 16, that gives us 1/4. And we take the square root. And we end up with 1/2. We do end up with plus and minus 1/2, right? Because we don't know if that middle term, the multiplier could be positive or it could be negative. If it's positive, it creates a middle value of 8. And if it's negative, it creates a middle value of -8. And you can see in the bottom right corner, which I'm not sure why it isn't. Come on, move over there so I can see it. Am I not going to move over there? Oh, it zooms out. Okay, all right, that's fine. Because you would take that 16, multiply it, and get your 8, -8. I'm sorry. Sorry for yawning. You did not see that. Okay. Question 13. We're starting with 1.5. We're multiplying 5 times. Ooh. 1, 2, 3. Sorry, 4 times. That's why we have r to the 4th. And we divide out the 1.5 because we start with 1.5. We end up with 937.5. And we divide by 1.5. That gives us 625. And then we take the 4th root to get rid of the 4th power, which gets me down to plus and minus 5. Now, how do I know it's only positive 5? Well, They did give me a hint. They said find the geometric mean. The geometric mean is found by taking the square root of the product of the two numbers that you're given, which in this case would be a positive number for sure. We're not going to try to trick you with negative multipliers on that one. I mean, Math Excel is definitely going to want a negative and a positive on the last one, but not for this one. So I'm going to take that 1.5, multiply by the multiplier 5, and get 7.5, and then multiply by 5 again and get 37.5, multiply by 5 again and get 187.5. Now, could it have been a negative multiplier? Yeah, it could have been, but I am almost positive it would not be, because the only thing it would change is the middle one could be either positive 37.5 or negative 37.5. I don't think they're going to mess with it. I think it's just going to be positive. And I don't recommend you using the geometric mean on that one, because more than likely you could do the geometric mean. As I was just trying to describe, maybe I can try to describe it a little bit better before it disappears from the screen. What I was trying to describe earlier was you could do the geometric mean of the two outside ones, and that will give you the middle one. Then you could do the geometric mean of the first and the third, and that would give you the second one, and the third and the fifth, and that would give you the fourth one. I don't recommend that because, I mean, if you take a look at the next example, look here. I've got two values in the middle. You can't even use that strategy. Geometric mean falls apart in this particular situation. So you've got to come up with a different strategy. If you use my multiplying by r strategy, it works every time. Plus, hey, sometimes they ask you for the multiplier, and that would definitely take care of things. Okay, continuing on with the discussion here. So we're starting with 128. We're multiplying once, twice, 3 times to get to 2, which is why we have r to the third. We divide out the 128, and then you can reduce this fraction to 1 over 64. 2 over 128 is 1 over 64. And then you can take the cube root to get rid of the third power, which is, the cube root of 1 will be the cube root of 64, which is 1 over 4. So that's my multiplier. 1/4. And I multiply by 128, and I get 32. And then I multiply 32 by 1/4, and I get 8. And I got the answer to my questions. And I'm done with this Swyk. All right. Moving on to the last assignment and test. Congratulations. You're almost done with this whole week. Get that test done. Don't forget you got that retake option if you want it. Okay, moving on.